do the theorems which are very very important for you. If the theorems like your trigonometry, क्या करना है अगर आपको क्लियर नहीं है तो कभी भी सम्स नहीं बनने वाले. वैसे ही आपका सर्कल्स का जो theorems है, if you don't have all the theorems registered, then you wouldn't know which one to apply. Clear? So today we will only do theorems. You will go home tomorrow. You have a full break there. ना कुछ भी नहीं है. क्या?
Chemistry है. Chemistry, history, English.
History English हो.
अरे तो पढ़ना तो पड़ता है.
सुनो. बैठ के theorems याद करके आना next class में. When we take up the sums, your all theorems should be clear. हाँ. Is it clear? Let's start. शुरू किया श्वेता recording? Okay. Let's recap the theorems that we did in our 9th standard. Recap करते हैं. We did a couple of theorems in our 9th which we were applied. What was the first theorem? The line joining
from the center of the circle.
Joining the center of the circle to bisect the chord,
This is not the diameter.
the chord that is not the diameter.
It's perpendicular to the chord.
Correct. Diameter
ये भी लिखना है.
Ma'am, are the 18
is
included this one?
perpendicular. Yes, it is included. Perpendicular to the chord. Which means if I have a circle, if that center is O for this circle, any chord which is bisected by this line joining the center of the circle and that chord which is got a diameter, it's got a diameter, right? It will also be perpendicular to this chord. Second, we all know that's the converse. श्वेता ये लेके जा आफत को बाहर. ये a straight line that drawn perpendicular to a chord bisects the chord. This is the converse, isn't it?
Ma'am, ऐसे नहीं होना चाहिए कि it is from the center of the circle. Converse है तो.
Drawn from the center only, not perpendicular to the chord, from the center.
ना तो ऊपर का same ही हो गया ना ऊपर का नीचे का.
No, line joining from the center of the circle which bisects the chord is perpendicular to it, and this says the line which is drawn from the center of the chord perpendicular to the chord bisects it. कैसे same हुआ? Right? It's the converse. Then we come to, ये मेरे साथ भी लिख सकते हो आप लोग, ये तो हम लोग ने ऑलरेडी पढ़ा है ना. और एकदम अच्छे तरीके से लिखो. This is going to be what you will be using for पूरा अपना सब theorems के. ठीक है? Neatly लिखो. There is only one.
One and only one.
अच्छा ठीक है. One and only one circle
passes to three
that passes through.
non-linear points.
Correct. Three non-linear points. Which means if I have three random points, there will always be one circle, but there will only be one circle. एक सर्कल तो होगा ही होगा, but एक ही सर्कल होगा from three random non-collinear points. ठीक है?
बट एक सर्कल भी नहीं हो सकता है ना.
Three non-collinear points से एक सर्कल तो होगा ही. Three non-collinear points जो है उससे एक सर्कल होगा. There is one and only one circle equidistant and it is also one circle. Come, explain. ये लिखो पहले. that there is one and only one circle that will pass through 3 points. But now we are adding this thing that it has to be equidistant from these 3 points. Only one will pass, but one will surely pass. If there is a point which is equidistant, so what do we understand from this? Look at the board, everyone. If there are 3 points, there will always be one point which is equidistant from all 3 points. लोकस पढ़ रहे हो ना आप लोग? लोकस पढ़ लो, 3 पॉइंट्स है तो एक पॉइंट तो जरूर होगा जो इक्विडिस्टेंट है वो उससे. तो जो पॉइंट होगा, the point which is equidistant from these 3 points will basically be the center of the circle, and the line joining these 3 points will be the radii. So can I say if the radius is same, a circle will pass through it? This is what it is trying to say. Did you understand? Is it clear? If there are 3 points, there will always be one point at least which is equidistant from these 3 points. If there is one point which is equidistant from these 3 points, if we join that point from these 3 points, the point becomes a locus, or the point becomes the center of the circle, and the three lines become the radii. So can I say one circle will pass through these 3 points? So these 3 points have to be centered from, has to be equidistant from that one point which is the locus or the center of the circle. Right?
Yes.
Fourth, equal chords of a circle are equidistant from the center. Equal chords of a circle. All of equal circles, can I say? Equal, but is it necessary? Because we are talking about the center, which is only one center. So equal chords of a circle are equidistant from the center. And the next one is going to be the converse or not? What will be the converse? Equidistant chords that are at equal distances from the center are also equal, isn't it? Chords equidistant from the center are equal. This is the converse or not? Isn't this the converse? Okay. Equal arcs subtend equal angles at the center. What did this mean? This meant that if 2 chords are equal, they will have the same distance from the center. This is what it meant, right? You got that? ना? ये clear है ना आप लोगों का? अभी का जगह ना झाल तीखा लगा ना? गधा मर जा तू. Equal arcs subtend equal angle at the center. Let's see. I am making this diagram. डायग्राम 1.1 बनाती हूँ इधर. ये देखो, ये आर्क है. Let's say this is arc AB, and let's say this is arc CD. If length of these arcs are same, then the chord subtended by it will be same or not? Chord AB will be equal to chord CD. Can I say also the angle subtended at the center will also be same? So can I say angle AOB is going to be equal to angle BOC or COD? This is what I am trying to say. So equal arcs subtend equal angles at the center. And can I also say equal arcs contain equal chords between them? Is there any harm in saying that? Equal arcs contain equal chords within them. That means if this is an equal arc, these two are equal arcs, then chord CD and AB will also be equal or not? Right? Equal arcs contain equal chords within them. And if this, चलो एक कन्वर्स आप लोगों की 2-3 चीजों में बीच में थ्योरम्स भी है.